I'm Deepak Chopra. You're watching One World with Deepak Chopra, brought to you from Deepak Home Base in New York City. And my very special guest today is Michael Lazerow. He's known as a pioneer in the dot-com world, digital marketing, multimedia, founded and created Buddy Media. That was your latest company?
That was our latest, yeah.
And you had 3 other big enterprises like that before?
I did. Yeah, I actually was trained as a journalist.
Oh, really?
And thought I was going to be a journalist and realized really in 1996 that journalism as we know it is going away and this thing called the internet started.
So what was your first company?
First company was called University Wire, and I was a student at Northwestern University in Chicago. It was the only school I got into. The other ones didn't really want me.
I teach there, by the way.
I know that. And so I went to the journalism school. I'd done the high school newspaper. And I created a company that connected 700 campus newspapers together. Right as the internet was taking off, when I started at Northwestern, there was no email. We now go to sleep with a phone in our hand. We wake up with 2 phones in our hand. We live digitally at the time.
Then, didn't the bubble also happen? The whole internet crisis and everything else, all these startups?
I mean, 1996 was the year I graduated. That was the year that Netscape and all these companies went public. And then in 2000, the good times ended.
Yes.
But the issue is that people started and continued to live digitally. So there were more and more people going online, transacting online, making their life easier.
So this first company, again, what was it called?
University Wire.
And that was a kind of a news
It was a news service now owned by CBS. So it was bought by CBS. And then we got into the golf business. So golf.com seemed like a good name. And we bought the golf.com URL from NBC Sports. And we grew that and sold that to Time Warner. And that was in 2005. And then this little thing called Facebook came along, and I was infatuated with Facebook. I was, one of the first, 2, 3, 4, 5 million people on Facebook, and I thought it was phenomenal. Men don't necessarily like to talk to each other on the phone, and it was a great way to connect. And I really fell in love with that business and built a marketing business on the back of Facebook, which was Buddy Media.
Okay, so that's how Buddy Media came.
Yeah.
It's a marketing internet business.
Yeah, we help companies figure out how do they connect with people on social media sites. You're so good at it, right? You put out content, and content is what glues you to everyone who loves you. And every company needs to do that. Every company needs to put out content that people care about. It isn't necessarily about their company, but it's about making their customers' lives better and the world better. And we help companies do that on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and other platforms.
I'm still not clear. What is Twitter's revenue model? It's going public now, so what's their model?
Right now their model is advertising. They have 250 million people who are addicted to Twitter, who some of them publish, but more of them use it as kind of their daily newspaper. They're always on newspaper. It's coming in, their friends and companies and news sources.
So there's sponsored advertising.
So it's ads. Advertising is a business model that has held up for 500 years. And if you can amass an audience big enough, in this case hundreds of millions, you will find a way to make money, whether it's a $100 billion business like Facebook is today or a $10 billion business, I don't know, but it is a business.
I read somewhere, though, that people are not so responsive to advertising as they are to, just word of mouth. Is that true?
Absolutely. I mean, just walking here today in New York City, how many ads did you see? You probably saw 1,000 ads. You walk about 10 miles a day in New York, so you probably see 100,000 ads.
So what creates a successful internet marketing strategy?
The key to marketing, to media, to relationships, it's just content. It's just kind of how do you put out content that people care about, that makes them laugh, that makes them feel, that makes their lives better because it's utility information.